Hi, my name's Makasy, and today we're talking about a pair of trousers that I've been looking at for like a year now, possibly two, maybe even three. Just like looking at it online, dreaming about wearing it, dreaming about owning it, building up unrealistic expectations. Today, we finally have it. So today we have a pair of Rick Owens Pannier cargo trousers from the spring-summer 21. The collection is called the Phlegethon. This is a grail-worthy piece, and I don't really say the word grail that often. It's like the words "I love you." I don't say that often. I believe I've said that to two women, and I'm 25 years old. I know people who have said it to like 10, 20 people, but that's neither here nor there. And you could probably already tell by the length of the video at how much I love this. I love these trousers, and so in high school I started from here and then progressed to here, and now we're here, the widest pair of trousers that I own. I believe it's the widest, yeah. It could be between this pannier and my banana, but my banana flares out. This thing, the whole thing is flared out. I have been lusting after these trousers for a very, very long time now. My friends have them, and whenever I see them wear it, I get very, very jealous. And initially, I thought I would never get these pannier trousers because it's been a couple seasons now. So I was gonna get these Edfu double cargo pants that came out in the Edfu collection because I thought the pannier would not be in my budget because the resale is pretty high right now. It's like $1.5 to $2,000 for a really good pair because these do get fucked up a lot. Right now I'll put up some photo of like people who have worn this without care, and like you can see how fucked up the bottom gets. So to find a pair for a decent price is just, you can't find it. And I got these brand new, so I'm very fond of my brand new item. I rarely buy used items. I try not to. I own a few used items here and there, but if I could, I would love to own new. I don't like to buy used. You know, I would search up these trousers on eBay, on Grail, just like to keep tab on the prices, search up Google images, go on Instagram, just trying to see how people style them, imagine how I would wear them. It's been a long time coming, and I don't say this that often, but I don't plan on getting rid of these trousers ever. But well, okay, unless Rick released a better version of these trousers, which he tends to do, but it'd be very, very hard because these trousers are as close to perfect as can be. For me anyway, for you it might not be. For you it might be ugly. So just a quick little history about these trousers. So these trousers first showed up on the Mastodon runway. Mastodon is any proboscidean belonging to the extinct genus mammoth. And by the way, so Mastodon is this animal, mammoth is this animal. The pannier pants, the pannier pockets, should I say, the pannier cargo pockets showed up a lot in the Mastodon collection. The first look is a flight suit that has the pannier pockets. Okay, you know what? There are just so many looks with the pannier pocket. I'll just let it run right now. So that was the runway for the Mastodon, and then Rick, which is what he tends to do, he re-released these for the Phlegethon season. For example, another piece that he re-released was the banana cut. I think the first original pair came out in like 07, 08, 09, and now, well, not now, he released these first in Phlegethon. So that's the pair that I have. I believe this is the superior version, and you know, with the Klaus jacket that I have doing with shoulder, the first iteration came out, well, the first iteration came out in Technical, but then the first of this Klaus jacket came out in Performer, which this piece right here, and then it progressed towards here. So it was leather, and now it's calf on hide leather. So it just, if you love something from Rick, he will probably re-release it in a year or two, because I always put that one clip in.
Every new collection is just kind of a reflection of the one before it. So I'm kind of, you know, we've all looked at past designers, but I study my own stuff more than other people's, which is a terrible admission of some kind of ego, but it's, but anyway, yeah, that's how I kind of feel like I can make progress, by studying the mistakes and successes of my past.
And the differences between the Mastodon pannier and the Phlegethon is The one on the Mastodon was moleskin. Now, moleskin is a type of cotton material that is just, my friend said it's superior, but I don't own the moleskin trouser. I only own this right here, which is the TE, which is 97% cotton, 3% whatever. We'll get into that in a second. So I can't compare, but my friends who has both, they said they like the moleskin better. But right now, I'll just blur my face real quick. Here's just some fun fact about moleskin. All right, we will start this video by the word Pannier. We will start with the name. So you might not have heard of Pannier, but you've definitely seen them. So, what is Pannier? Oh, look, it's being written. It's being read out right here. Look, let's read it together. It's being written out right now. God, it's so late. I'm trying to cut up time, but just read it. Read it. It's ready. Okay, so, I also watched the Dior and I documentary with Raf Simon, and in his first or second runway for Dior, he also included some Pannier dresses and some bustier dresses. If I'm not lazy, I will look up some couture runways and show you all the Pannier and bustier that has shown up in the couture runway. So these panniers, as we talked about earlier, they widen the skirt or dresses while leaving the front and the back flat. You know, people do this so they can display more of their embroidery, more of the whatever design they have on. And this style was originally inspired from the Spanish court dress of the 17th century. It was very, very common in portrait by Velázquez. And then it reached France, and then the King of France made it popular. You know, Marie Antoinette started wearing them. And there's also an argument that Pannier started in Germany or England, but since I'm gonna be a German citizen soon, the Pannier was started by Germans. Streite nicht mit mir, ich habe Emirate. Terrible. I'm still working on my German. Hopefully you get that. So Pannier were used by rich people on garments. So here's a photo of what a commoner dressed like in the 17th, 16th century. And then here's the rich people. So it's like, if you're rich, you wear the Pannier. If you're a woman and you're rich, you wear the Pannier because your dresses are more voluptuous. There are just more to you. It's more extravagant. So the word pannier comes from a French word, which is a term for a wicker basket that are slung on either side of pack animals. I'll put up some photo right now. In the 16th, 17th century, wearing pannier was like a skill for women. So, you know, it's like it tested the woman's natural grace, like the ability to carry herself like elegantly and impressed with ease. You know, like it's very hard to wear, but like if you don't show the pain, if you're able to wear it properly, it's like it's a sign that you're high class, that you were raised correctly, because it's a skill that you have to acquire. You don't just get it right away. It comes from experiences. So when they were first worn like out regularly, women walking and wearing them out all the time, the rich people anyway, you know, they were made fun by men because, you know, it's very unnatural. It's a distortion of figure. So that is the history of the pockets that you saw on these trousers. And prior to me purchasing these trousers, I didn't think the cargo pocket had any reference to the past. I thought it was just cargo pocket for the sake of having cargo pockets, because you know a lot of brands do cargo trousers. They don't really like references the past or anything like the pannier or the bustier. So for Rick to always be so thoughtful and so purposeful with his product, it's nice. It's nice, and that's what I love about Rick. You know, just there's so much to his brand and garment. Like if you look into everything that he does, like there's just so many little references to the past, to what he likes, to what he dislikes. He just doesn't do things just to do things. There's meaning, there's purpose behind it. And a cargo pocket that has a reference to like Pannier in the 15th, 16th, 17th century undergarment, you know, I've seen so many movies that women start wear these dresses. So it's nice because, you know, I love these period drama pieces and I would always see them. So it's nice to have something that is in reference to those dresses that I see all the time. It's a nice feeling to know that the item that you bought is like, it's a lot more meaningful than you originally thought of or intended. And I'll talk about the pockets a little bit, we'll talk about it more, but I honestly love these pockets. Again, without these pockets, these pants are pretty ordinary, you know, to outsider, meaning like the general public. They probably don't care about this and like think I'm probably looking too deep into pockets, but with any passion of yours, if your content goes outside of your circle, you know, the outside world will say that you are looking too deep into this, you're being too douchey about it due to just pockets. But you know, let's say you're into fine dining, you know, I can trash the culture of fine dining if I wanted to, but I was raised correctly, so I'm not gonna make fun of somebody for being interested in something else that I don't personally get. Fine dining, I don't get it, but you know, if you like fine dining, all the joy to you. So for the Mastodon collection, I couldn't find a show note, but I've gathered some quotes where Rick has talked about the Mastodon collection or has talked about the use of pannier or bustier. All right, so the longest part of this video, the details. So extra wide trousers. I believe this is the first detail that you will notice because that's what I noticed. So I'll provide you the measurement later, but I believe these are my widest trousers. If not these, my banana trouser are my widest. And so I will show you these trousers underneath a pair of skinny trousers just so you can get, just so you see the magnitude of like the differences between a pair of skinny trousers and these trousers. These pannier trousers, these pannier pockets, they are on one more pair of trousers. They're on the Mastodon, which is like a skinny jogger that I will put up. Those pockets you see right now, those are the pannier pockets. The pannier pockets on those have been like greatly diminished in its personality because of how slim the Mastodon trousers are. And you know, if you were to read just the description of like these two trousers, the Mastodon joggers and the pannier cargo trousers, you would think these pockets are the same, but then when you see the photo, it just, are these even the same type of pockets? This one is like 3-dimensional and it's huge, it's puffy, it's voluminous, whereas the cargo, the pannier pockets on the Mastodon, it's so small, like you barely notice it. So it works a lot better on the wide cut, in my opinion. On the skinny cut, it's not good. This is good. This is not good. Okay, so let's put the quote back up where Rick talked about injecting some volume into menswear scene again, because I kind of want to talk about it real quick. So, you know, when you think about it, designers are very limited when it comes to designing product for men. You know, it's shirt, sweater, jacket, trousers. With women, you know, you get dresses, you get, you know, dresses that come in different shapes, size, you get skirt, you get more. So I'm sure most designers don't look forward to designing menswear that much, because if there are companies that are designing menswear and women's wear, they would probably look forward to designing women's wear more, because if you get out of the bubble, you know, the rest of the world, the men dress like shit. You know, the typical men, like, they'll dress like this, but the typical women, who aren't into fashion, they will still own like skirts, dresses, corset, gowns, blouses, tunic, bralette, high heels, those pumps, those flats. Anyway, you know, I appreciate that Rick is trying to change or injecting a little bit of fun that women have had but men have not, because most designers are very stuck to their prototypical like shapes for men. Like, look at Dior. Like, there's nothing innovative over there in terms of shapes, because A jacket look exactly like a jacket. A pair of trousers look exactly like a pair of trousers. A sweater looks like a sweater. All you can get from Dior can be easily acquired by a lot of other stores. For example, Zara. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna show you two promo videos, two promo photos. Tell me which one you think is Dior. I'll try to find a photo that doesn't have any logo.
Approximately 10 hours later.
So one of the reasons why I love Rick Owens so much is that it's so unique, that it's so hard to find items from Rick Owens that you can find elsewhere. Find me a brand that sells something like the banana cuts that wasn't inspired by the banana cut. Find me a jacket that looks like my Klaus jacket. Find me a pair of pants that look like my Creech cargo. Like it's so much harder to find stuff from other brands to look like Rick unless they were inspired by Rick, because I know a few YouTubers and Instagrammers, I'm not gonna name their names, but I can see that Rick Owens has influenced them, and that's okay. I think they admitted to it, but if they didn't, we can tell. We can tell when you're inspired by Rick, by Raph, by CCP, by Guidi. We can tell. Anyway, so even if they do, let's look at Thom Browne. They will like put out these crazy shapes, amazing product on their runway, but they will not release it to the public. They will just loan it out to like a few celebrities to wear on red carpet, but they will not sell it to you. I don't like that idea. If you're showing me something, make it that I'm able to get it. Like with the Rick Owens, the lamp from the strobe collection, the headlamp that was like named after like Amund, something like that. He sold that. People are wearing it right now. So it just with Thom Browne, like you see an amazing coat, and then it will never be on sale because it's so out there. He will make a tamer version. I don't like that practice. If you're showing it to me on your runway, I better see it in 4 to 5 months in your store. I'll buy it because I liked it. I saw it on the runway. I want it. Why aren't you selling it to me? But back to my hatred of Dior. If you take the heritage out of it, if you take the allure of being a Dior piece, the fact that it's from Dior does a lot of heavy lifting, because the marketing team is doing a fantastic job at making mediocre product look and feel luxurious. If you think marketing doesn't work, or if you think it has no effect on the real world, look into who came up with the term carbon footprint. You know what, fuck it, I'll look it up for you. So the term carbon footprint was coined by British Petroleum, or BP. You've seen their shit, or as the British would say, shite. You've seen their shite logo. According to an article by The Guardian in 2021, BP, the second largest non-state-owned oil company in the world, with 18,700 gas and service stations worldwide, hired a public relation professional, Ogilvy and Mathers, to promote their slant that climate change is not the fault of an oil giant, but that of individuals. It's here that British Petroleum, or BP, first promoted and soon successfully popularized the term carbon footprint. The company unveiled its carbon footprint calculator in 2004 so that one could assess how their daily life affects, like the heating of the globe. Yes, I did. I just compared Dior to British Petroleum. Both are equally boring, both are evil and a detriment to our world, to our culture. One make product that is so bad for the world, affects the ozone layer, water pollution, ruin humanity, the culture, spend a shit ton of money on marketing and PR to better their terrible, terrible image. All right, let's talk about something more cheerful, the pockets. So 2 side slit pockets. We'll talk about the Pannier pocket in a second. So extremely, extremely deep. I'll show you what you can store in the pockets right now. So moving, baby. Sing like the bird. With my lifestyle, with how I am, I'm not going to use this because it ruins the shape of the trouser if you put anything in there. And besides, everybody nowadays have like a tote bag or a side bag, or if not, you're probably traveling by cars. When you put stuff in the pocket, it ruins the shape of the trousers. I'm not a fan of that. And if you're a company and you're not making tote bag, you're just missing out on a big cash cow. It costs so little. Put a logo on 100% cotton tote bag, and you can sell it. A lot of newspapers are taking advantage of that. The New York Times, Boston Globe, whatever. All of these tote bags that are from newspaper and people just wear them. It's insane. It's a big cash cow, and if you're a company and you're not taking advantage of that. I'm pretty sure the New York Times sell more of their tote bags than the newspaper themselves. All right, so we talked about the two side slits. So now let's talk about the pannier pockets. Well, I kind of talk a lot about it. So, anyway, okay, so the pannier pockets, as you can see, there's some flaps, there's some tabs on the outer thighs, and honestly, this was the main reason as to why I got these trousers. And for the current season, for the Ed Food collection, there are these cargo that I'm thinking about getting them, but it's not a 3D pocket, it's a 2D pocket, so it doesn't feel as special. I mean, I think I'll still get it if I can find it for a decent price, because it's cool. And if I can find it for a decent price, why not? I like that a bit better because it has the Bala zippers, the exposed zipper that I like. This one doesn't. We'll talk about that later, but I don't know, I'm thinking. Back to the pannier pocket. I love the 3D effects on the pockets. I also love the fact that these zippers are silver. It's not black, it's not taupe or dust. So it gives it a bit of life, it's a bit more lively. And okay, because if these were to be Velcro, it would be very, very boring and not as fun to own. So I'll prove it right now. On the left right now, it'll be pockets with zippers, and on the other side is pocket with Velcros. And if you pick the Velcro one, you simply hate God. And as a Christian man myself, I can't talk to you anymore. Better mark your door with some lamb blood, because my weird stepdad, who is also me, who is also it, who I am also him, he is also me. The Holy Spirit, my third personality, the Holy Spirit, my third personality, is gonna come for your first child, so get ready, mark your door, all right? And although these pockets are very pronounced because it is 3D effect, I do wish it was a bit more pronounced. I do wish Rick were to make these bigger, because like if you look at a pannier dress, or a dress with a panty underneath, and these trousers, these are like a little bit, the dresses are like this much. I believe Rick and the team are going to re-release these again, because they should just make the pannier pocket bigger. It's not for the sake of practicality, but for the look of it. I think it would resemble more of the pannier dresses. So eventually they're going to do that, because Rick always looked toward the past to improve his current and future collection. So he's going to do that one day, I hope anyway. And when that pair does come out, I think I'll sell this one to get that pair. Okay, yeah, so I'll sell this one to get that pair when Rick and the team does release a better version of these pannier trousers. Oh my god. All right, so I think let's talk about zippers now. So the zippers, always amazing quality. I've never had any problem with it. They never gotten stuck, they never lose like smoothness. This is some of the highest quality zippers I've ever owned. And I have this jacket from Montclair. It's literally plastic. Come on, Montclair. You retail this jacket for $3,000 and you put plastic zippers. I can't even get a metal zippers on a $3,000 jacket. That's just cheap. I know you want to cut costs to increase your profit margin, but that's terrible. Plastic zippers on a $3,000 jacket. Isn't that insane? That's fucking crazy. It's like Chanel using genuine leather instead of full grain leather. It's unnatural. If you're charging this much, give me the best quality zipper. Give me the best quality leather. Fuck the genuine. Give me full grain. That's what I want. So, but on the topic of the Montclair jacket, I have the Montclair and Din Young Zhang. It is a size 00, which fits me perfectly. But if you have like a size 1 or size 2, we can talk about trading. Maybe I'll throw something in extra, because I would like to wear it as the designer intended for us to wear, to be oversized, like incredibly oversized. But I was only able to I managed to get these in the size 00. So, if you have a size 1 or size 2, please hit me up. Let's talk about trading. 1 for 1, or I'll throw in like a little something extra for you. Yeah, let's talk in our DM. But yeah, I'm kind of moving away from down jackets. I'm really into regular jackets now. So I'll talk about that in another video. But I've been really into like my Bodhi jackets, my Andamiller, my Hydra Acumen, even my Undercover. I want regular jackets now. My Klaus jacket, regular looking jacket, it's It's the vibe right now. No more down jackets. Maybe I'm only saying that now because I'm moving towards summer and like spring and fall, whatever. But in the winter, you know, I'll probably still wear a down jacket. But next winter, I'm definitely gonna be doing a lot of like a hoodie underneath like my body jacket, so then it'll compensate for the coldness. All right, so we talk about the side slit, we talk about the pannier. Let's talk about the back pocket. So the back pocket is a flat pocket with hidden button closure. I love these pockets, and it's extremely useful when I need it, but I never do need it. If you don't know, Rick Owens, he used these button closures on his main line while the dark shadow gets a Velcro. For example, this is dark shadow, so you get Velcro. Do you see it? This is Velcro. So I believe this is for the sake of cost. You know, Velcro is just cheaper than putting buttons, just cost intensive. So one of the first thing I was worried about prior to getting into Rick was that if you're sitting on a button, would it be uncomfortable? But surprisingly, no, you don't really feel it. It's very well designed. Like there's extra material there, so like you don't really feel it. You don't really feel the button. And something interesting I want to talk about, I'm going to show you the B-roll right now. So there's this design or panels from the bottom to the knees. Hopefully you can see it, but if you can, like hopefully this will help a bit more. So at first, okay, so I look really deeply into the Larry collection, and in the Larry collection, some trousers have these panels or design on it, which would later turn into these kiss boots, these thigh-high kiss boots. So I thought the print or the panel on the pannier pockets we're talking about today, I thought it was something else, but I can't make it out to anything. Like these seems to be random, but I don't think Rick Owens does anything randomly. Again, he's very purposeful. He always put meaning into everything. It's always a reference to something. So it's definitely architecture based, or at least, yeah, I think it's either architecture or it's Greek mythology or maybe Roman mythology. So at one point in the past 2-3 collection, he was very into like Greek and Roman mythology. So here's an article I read that sort of confirmed that. Like he was like, prior to that, he was talking about like exploring the earth, the element. You know, there was one collection he named Dirt, and then he became a bit more existential because of COVID and like just talking about the purpose of life. What is life? What is death? What are we doing here? Why are we here? You know, like Rick was very introspective. Is that the right word? Or very existential. You know, for example, the Babel collection, you know, referring to the Tower of Babel, human working together, trying to reach God. Phlegethon, one of the 5 volcanic rivers to reach hell in the Greek mythology. I believe the other one is Sphinx. I don't know the other 3, and I'll put it right here. Anyway, I forgot. I know what it is, but I forgot, so I'll just put it here. I'm trying to work on my editing. And Gethsemane, you know, the garden at the foot of Mount in Jerusalem. This was where Jesus was arrested for popping his pussy too hard in Bethlehem. You know, it's not kosher at all. And Sisyphus is a mortal king who tried to cheat death and was punished by the god to push a boulder up a mountain every day. And then the boulder would fall down and they had to repeat the task every day again. You guys should definitely look into The Myth of Sisyphus by Albert Camus. It's an interesting story to reflect on and to try to infuse into your daily life or your daily thinking. It made me more positive in spite of the negative situations that I'm in. You know, one must imagine Sisyphus happy.
But the vivid image of someone condemned to endlessly repeat a futile task has resonated as an allegory about the human condition. In his classic essay, The Myth of Sisyphus, existentialist philosopher Albert Camus compared the punishment to humanity's futile search for meaning and truth in a meaningless and indifferent universe. Instead of despairing, Camus imagined Sisyphus defiantly meeting his fate as he walks down the hill to begin rolling the rock again. And even if the daily struggles of our lives sometimes seem equally repetitive and absurd, we still give them significance and value, by embracing them as our own.
If someone from Rick, or if you're a really, really big fan of Rick that know what these panels are, please help me out because I don't think it's random. He doesn't do anything randomly. So, you know, he could have just called these cargo pockets, but he didn't have the references to the Pannier, but he did. So there's a meaning to it. It's not a random panel. Please help me out. Just write in the comment or DM me so all of us can learn more about Rick Owens, someone we love, a brand we love. And when you look at these trousers, they're very heavily, they're heavily reinforced with stitches all throughout the body. I don't think you can see it well, so I will flip it inside out right now so you can see it. And you know, while we're out here, just let my be over the pants inside out.
If the Lord don't forgive me, I'd still have my baby and my baby would have me. I was kissing on my baby and she would have loved down soft and sweet. In the love light I was free, heaven and hell were words to me.
So this is where you can see where brand decided to cut some corner because they don't expect people to look inside the pants. You know, a few loose threads here and there, but not to the point where I think it's terrible quality control. The pockets are extra reinforced. Let me just show you my Gathbala trouser pockets, and so you can see how reinforced these pockets are on the Pannier. So I think the reinforcement is not just for the look, but for keeping the pants more firm or stronger or will last longer, because Rick has a very, very good quality control because he owns his factory. A lot of brands, they partner up with factory. Like look at Apple. Apple doesn't own any factory. They partner with Foxconn. But Rick Owens, he owns his own factory, so he has his factory only make his product, so he knows it's easier for Rick and the team to quality control check their product. Oh my god. This is such a long video. As with most of Rick Owens trousers, these are elasticized, so I used to dislike these because, you know, I always thought it was a bit informal. I like my trousers to be like button up and zipper, but the older I get, the lazier I become. So I really like these. And you also get the signature drawstring because I have a couple pair of trousers from Rick Owens that doesn't have the drawstring, and it feels incomplete to wear those. It's like, where are my drawstring? This is a Rick Owens signature. I want it. You know, my banana trousers, my pants from the Dirt collection, they don't have the drawstring. So it's like, come on, I want it. Put it on there. It feels incomplete, but I don't know. Someone who's good at Photoshop, maybe you can Photoshop some drawstring onto my banana trousers. Send it to me. I'll give you like $1 for your effort. Now, one of the few things I hate, button fly. I hate this so much. Please, the next iteration of these Pannier pockets, Rick, the team, if you're watching, Tanya, I love you. If you are watching, please suggest putting the Bala zipper on these, and then these trousers would be perfect. Button-up fly is the worst thing in the world. Like whenever I have button-up fly, I literally pull my pants down to pee. But if I have zipper, I will reconsider. Put the Bala zipper on there so you can expose it, you know, very in your face. Anyone at the team listening? Bala zippers, Pannier pockets, Pannier trousers. It'll be beautiful. I'll buy for retail, maybe. I'll buy when it's on sale. Okay, so right now I'm gonna show you something at the bottom. This is the worst thing on these trousers. There are so much reinforcement everywhere else on the pants, but you decide to leave the most vulnerable spot not reinforced. He puts so much effort into everywhere else, but you get none where you need it. Most trousers are like this. And then these trousers, it just... So I showed you some photos of like people who weren't careful with their Pannier trouser earlier. I'll put it up again. That's one of the main reasons why it's fucked up so badly, because there's not enough reinforcement. You saw what it's supposed to look like, but Rick is like, what are you doing? Come on. Put some reinforcement at the bottom. That's the part that's gonna go underneath the shoes. I'll talk about it later, how I negate that problem. So let's talk about color first. So you either call it dust or you either call it taupe. If I had it my way, I would definitely get the black pair, or the vomit one. The red vomit one is not red, orange. This one, it's so good looking, and they're selling for so high right now because it's so rare now. But if I had it my way, I would get the black or the vomit. But the taupe, the dust, is still good, you know. Eventually, you're like, okay, there are some people who have like a black and white closet, and it's great, but those people are rich, you know. They're afforded to get the product they want in the colorway that they want. Whereas I shop in the sale, so you get what is left over from the rich people. Eventually when I'm rich enough, like having a black and white closet would make things a lot easier for sure, but I do love my colorful stuff, like from my Bodhi, my jackets from Bodhi's, like they're colorful, but I do like them. But I would love it. I would love to have it, my closet be mostly black and white and like have it 5% colorful items. But I'm not at that point yet. Hopefully I will be. I'm 25. Only a quarter of the life I've only lived a quarter of my life, assuming I'm reaching 100. Let's not get too existential. Anyway, towel or dust. I do like it, but I am looking to get a pair of black ones or the vomit. So, you know, if you want to just give them to me for free because you like my content, I would love it. A more realistic version, I will buy it off you for a reasonable price. Do not upcharge me, you little bitch. And then, you know, I'll throw in something for you. If you have the black one or the vomit, we'll talk. Send me a text, DM me, call me. We'll talk. These trousers, they're so good. I love them so much. I wouldn't mind owning 2, 3, 4 pairs of these because I'm gonna wear these trousers all summer long. And one of the main differences between the Phlegethon and the Mastodon, besides the material, is that so the trouser from the Mastodon that has leather tabs on the pannier pockets, and on the Phlegethon it's just like polyester. Like, I would have loved some leather detailing. Come on, Rick, why did you cheapen out there? You know, it's cool. Made in Italy. You know, 90% of Rick's products are made in Italy. He owned his factory there in Concordia, and except for his leather goods are made in Moldova. And so I'll put up the manufacturer number right now for the Mastodon collection and for the Phlegethon. So you can search it up and then you can see more of the product. So the product codes, when you search the product code on Google, it will be more direct, whereas you search Rico Pannier cargo pockets, they will show other results. But if you search by the product code, you will only see what the product code is, which is a lot better because I'm assuming most of you don't have these Pannier pockets. I mean, I'm assuming most of you don't have these trousers, so you're probably dreaming about it. So you're probably looking up like photos of it. So if you want to see more photos of it, search it up by the product code. All right, material. So it is 90% cotton, 97% cotton, 3% elastane, or TE as Rick Owens likes to call it. Again, I'll put the code back up. It's remarkably soft. However, it's very structured, and I do like it. I have said before in my past videos that I love my products to be flowy, but with these trousers, I don't mind them being a bit more structured, showing you wrinkles here and there, because you know sometimes I kind of want to wear something messy on purpose. You know, I don't have to wear flowy stuff all the time. Like, I don't have to wear these type of flowy stuff all the time. Sometimes I want something to look messy on purpose, you know, think Margiela, think Balenciaga, messy, but on purpose. So Rick Owens has always been good with giving us a lot of information on the tags, but on this one, it doesn't have any. So I went on the Rick Owens website and I found these 2 quotes about the material. So I believe the first one is the correct one. This one right here, this is the false one. So this is what the cotton is, the material, like, you know, God certified, whatever it is. And with regard to material, I have read on a few Rick Owens forums, a lot of people seem to hate TE material, but I like it. This material is different than my Gathbala. The Gathbala are like sweatpants material. These trousers, it's like, what's it called? It's a woven poplin, woven poplin. So that's the difference between a sweatpant. With cotton, there's just so much I have to learn. I'm still learning. Like, I finally got down what cotton twill is, so I know what cotton twill is versus regular cotton, but I'm still learning about the TE material, the poplin woven, whatever. I'll learn more, so I'll get better at making these videos. But with these trousers, I feel like, from my experience of owning these for like a month or 2 now, I think these material will last very, very long because it's very water repellent. I'll show a video right now. But yeah, these material, it feels so tough. I don't think it's just gonna fall apart. And you know, with all the crazy reinforcement as well. So these trousers are gonna last longer than my Gethbala, gonna last longer than my banana trousers. And I don't have the budget for it yet, but eventually, if this can become like a full-time job, I would love to cut them up, like show you how strong they are, burn them, how long until they burn, stuff like that. You know, like those technology people that cut iPhone laptop in half just to see how it's made, or the people that cut up leather boots just to show you the construction. I would love to do that one day. And eventually, I've been thinking about doing this. Let me know what you think. So I've been thinking about like emailing Farfetch and just like, hey, you know, I make YouTube videos. I don't have a lot of subscribers right now, but you know, if you could, I would love it if you could send me some products so I can review them, and then I'll shout you out that you sent it to me, and then I'll send the product back. Because you know, it's a common practice in the technology sphere, you know. But let's say a new MacBook is coming out, Apple will send a rental out to like all these YouTube reviewers to review their product and then send it back. I would love to do that. Wouldn't that be awesome to, if Farfetch were to agree to that? That would be such a game changer for me, because then I don't have to just review items that I love. I can purposely ask for an item that I hate, for example Dior, and then I can truly review it, you know, and then just send it back when I'm done. I will have to work up my courage to do that, because I just don't have enough subscribers to like talk to them. I think I need like 50,000 subscribers first for them to take me seriously, you know. But Farfetch, you know, if I am on your radar, you know, send me some products. I won't keep them. I just want you to send me product, let me test them out for 2 weeks, and then I will send you the product back. I'm not asking for anything free. I just want items to review and then send back to you. Think about Apple sending laptops to these reviewers, you know. Dude, that'd be so cool if Farfetch were to do that. I think when I get big enough on YouTube, brands will, or retailers will take me more seriously, and then they will consider doing so. Like, because you know, I see it all the time. Brands just send product for free to like all these influencers, and I'm not asking for free product. I'm just asking for a loan. Give it to me for 2 weeks, and then I'll send it back to you. I don't want it. I just want to review. I just want to develop my taste, or learn more about all of these brands that I would never get, because it's just, I'm not a fan. So you know, right now I'm only reviewing stuff that I like. But yeah, let me know what you guys think my success rate would be if I were to do that now. You know, I have like close to 2,000 subscribers, but that's really not that much. But 2,000 on YouTube is exponentially better than 2,000 on Instagram or on TikTok. I like YouTube platform more. But you know, anyway, so I bet in the next 3-4 collections, or 3-4 years from now, he's gonna re-release these Pannier trousers again, because they are one of his more well-known trousers. You know, I think these Pannier trousers are on par with the banana cut, the air cut, the creech cargo, the Detroit cut, the Tyrone cut. I think it's up there. So when he re-releases, there's a very, very high chance that a lot of it will be sold out at retail, you know, like his Rick Owens Van vintage sneakers. Most of them sold out at retail. I think these cargo trousers have the ability to do the same thing. Maybe not to that extent, but most of it, if they were to release 100, I believe 85 of it will be sold at retail, and then 15 will go into sale, and that's a great margin. Before we end this segment on material, they're super, super loud. Just have a listen. So I got these in a size 48, or it's a size medium, which is a size 32 waist. It fits me perfectly. Well, it's kind of loose, and I'm only talking about the waist right now, because with regard to length, it's so long. So if you've been paying attention in this video, you've seen some clips of me wearing it without being cuffed up. You've seen clips of it wearing, you've seen clips of me wearing cuffed up and not cuffed up, because it's borderline unwearable if you don't cuff these up. I don't have the legs for it. Maybe other people can, but to me I can. So I do think me cuffing it up kind of take away a little bit of its personality, but it's just something that you have to do, something you have to sacrifice if you want to wear these outdoor, because you just can't. They're so wide and they're so structured and they're so long. With my Gathbala trouser, I can tuck them into my sneakers and or sandal, and then it will stay there. But they're just so much more material, and they're so wide, they're so long. It just, you can't do it with these trousers, and they're already structured. So when you cuff them up, you don't lose that flowiness because they never had that flowiness. And again, you know, I'm gonna keep referring to this, but look at these photos of like these fucked up looking Pannier cargo trousers. Like, there's not a lot of reinforcement at the bottom, and so if you don't cuff them up, it's gonna slide underneath the footwear, which is a great look. But since there's not enough reinforcement, you're gonna fuck these up way faster than, let's say, my banana pants or my Gathbala trouser, because those have regular reinforcement. With the Pannier, it doesn't. I'm okay with losing a bit of its personality if I can prolong its life, because I really, really love these trousers. I've been wearing it so often, like pretty much every day since I've gotten it. Well, kind of interchangeably with these trousers, but 4 or 5 times out of 7 days I'm wearing these trousers. Okay, yeah, let's back to the waist a bit. It is a bit big on me, and I like to wear my rig without having to tie the elastic trouser because I want it to be free flowing. But with these trousers, I kind of have to, because if I don't tighten it, it's just gonna go down, and let's say I put my phone in there, it's gonna slide down even faster. So it's a really free form pants, and what I mean by that is, like, I can honestly wear a size 26 in these. It'd be fun. I can also wear a size 36 in these. It's the nature of the elasticized waistband. It's just any size will do. Like, you're not, the differences between the size 28 and a size 36, it's not much, just very minimal. So any size will do. But for like the best look, okay, so if you're a size small, you can do a small, medium, or large. If you're a large, you can do small, medium, large, or extra large. But if you're medium, you know, do small and large only. But if you're in the middle, you're fine. But if you're an extra large, don't go to small, obviously. If you're a small, don't go to extra large. I hope that makes sense. But since I'm in the middle, I can go small or I can go big. I'll just tighten these. It's not a problem. Okay, so what wearing it is like. So as stated earlier, I can't say this enough. If you don't cuff these pants are unwearable. Well, to me anyway, you know, because I'm 5'10" and most of my height is like on my upper body. My legs is like, it's like 1/3 leg, 2/3 body. So I don't have a lot of legs. So I also don't want to get these professionally tailored, because, you know, eventually Rick will release something that I will love better than these trousers, and I will have to sell these to get the new trouser, or I will have to sell these to make up space in my closet for the new trousers. So if I cuff them, it'll just be a few holes. I can still sell them. And you know, I used to believe in like holding on to these materialistic items just to prove to people how much I love these garments. But I've learned to just forget to try to justify my actions to strangers. I still do, but I'm learning to care a bit less. If I say I love it one day and the next day I'm selling it, it's my prerogative. Like, I don't have to justify it to anyone. But you know, I guess you can say that sometimes I still feel the need to prove to people that my words, I'm firm on my words, but I can do whatever I want with my product. I don't have to prove it to other people. It's something that I'm learning, and I'm sure you are as well. You know, we always feel like we need to prove something. Like, for example, you know, when you're working, when your boss walks by, if you're wiping a table, you're gonna wipe it a lot harder, you know, just to prove to your boss that you're doing something. Or if you're on your phone, you'll be like, oh, you know, I'm just looking at something related to work, you know, just. But yeah, so I can wear it without being uncomfortable and not have to worry about getting them too dirty when I cuff them up, so it's fine. And the beautiful thing about these trousers is it's kind of high-rise, and the reason I say kind of high-rise is, okay, so right now I'll put it side by side next to my actual high-rise trousers. Do you see how these Pannier trousers are not high-rise? I hope that makes sense. So let's say medium to high-rise, and I'm sure I showed you the measurement earlier so you can see. If you don't own as many trousers as me, you probably don't. It's like saying, tell me the difference between lamb leather and calf leather. If you don't own a lot of these products, you can't tell they look the same. But if you own a lot of it and you wear it often, you wear both items often, you will be able to tell between a lamb leather or calf leather or horse leather. And you know, walking with these is fine. The noise is a bit of a bother, and I'll talk about that in a second. So there's a lot of fabric. Again, it's so weird, because even my widest trouser, my Gathbala trousers, they don't really touch when I walk. But with these, there's so much fabric and it's so structured, so every time you walk, you make that noise. I'll put that video up again. And you know, it's something that you have to deal with. You can't just walk like wide. You can't do it. It's just so much fabric. It's gonna touch, it's gonna make that noise. Just don't let it bother you. But it's not a big bother for me. But if you're coming from, say, a skinny pair of trousers and then you go straight to these trousers, you're gonna notice that difference a lot, because it's so out there, it's so in your face, you can't avoid it. It's like, you know, it's like when women wear a thong and then they switch to wearing men's underwear, you know, it just, there's so much more fabric. Okay, we'll talk about the noise again. It makes so much noise. So it doesn't bother me. It hasn't bothered me yet, but let's say I'm in a state of being annoyed. Let's say I'm angry. Let's say I have a migraine. I think it's definitely gonna bother me, because when you have a migraine, every little thing bothers you. Somebody breathing wrong, somebody talking with a different tone to you. It's like, what did you just say to me? How did you just say that to me? It just, I haven't worn these trousers in that state yet. I pray I don't have to, but I did have a migraine last night. I took some ibuprofen, so it helped. But if I were to wear these trousers when I have a migraine, when everything bothers me, I might just throw these pants up in the trash can, just the noise. I don't think it's gonna bother me that much, but when you have a migraine, when you're annoyed, when you're angry, you're not yourself. It's a lot of work. I'll let that plane go by. I don't know if you can hear it. But yeah, it's like when you wear like sandals, or when you wear shoes and then it gets wet and then you walk on like the floor, it makes like that squishy sound. Like to some people it doesn't bother, but to some it's like, shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up. I do want to touch this real quick. We talked about the high rise, but I want to talk about high rise and drop crotch. So drop crotch can be, so okay, how am I gonna explain this? Drop crotch can be high rise, but high rise cannot be drop crotch. Is that the right word? Okay, I'll just show you side by side. Drop crotch, there's more fabric on top of it being high rise already. Whereas high rise trousers, there's not that drop crotch. I hope you know what I mean. I don't know how to explain it. There's a word, there's an idiom, there's a way to explain this. It's like, a circle can't be a square, a square can't be a rectangle can be a square, you know. Just apply that to these trousers. Drop crotch, high rise, a square in a rectangle. Okay, a rectangle cannot be a square, but a square can be a rectangle. I think that's the saying, yeah, so apply that. It's when you wear drop crotch, if you sit wrong, like if you stand up and then you sit wrong, you won't be able to do this. You have to raise it up first with drop crotch. So it's a bit more work with drop crotch, and it does provide you with that, shall we say, avant-garde look when you wear drop crotch, especially from behind. But with high rise, they don't look like any special type of trouser, but with drop crotch, you can definitely tell. So the material isn't stretchy at all. It's very structured. There's just so much on these trousers. There's so much fabric on these trousers. You never really have to fix your trouser, meaning like, you know, like when your underwear and your pants like touches, messes up. Like, it's a bit hard to explain, but I'll try my best. You know, like, so some pants have weird construction, and so it gets uncomfortable when you sit at it wrong, or like when you walk wrong, or when you turn too quickly. So like with my drop crotch, there's just so much fabric on the butt area. It's like there's a higher chance of discomfort. Skinny jean also had that effect, you know, like if you sit on it wrong, like your butt cheek is gonna expose. But with these trousers, I never had to worry about that. So I don't know, I don't think I'm explaining this well. And with the cargo, with the pannier pockets, I don't really use them. I find them to be a bit too low, like they're near my knee. It's just, I'm not gonna put all that effort to put stuff in the cargo pockets, but these cargo pockets for me are just more for the look. And you know, I will always try to make it look sturdy and protrude out the 3D effects whenever like my partner is taking photos of me or my family's taking photo of me. Just, I like that effect. But if I'm just walking, I don't care, because I don't use these cargo pockets. And you know, if you put too many items in your pocket, it's gonna ruin the shape. And I'm always wearing some forms of jacket or a tote bag, or I'm driving, so I'll have space to put my stuff in there. I will never put stuff in my pants if I don't have to. I will only do it temporarily, but it's never gonna be in the pockets for longer than 5 minutes. Driving with these is a bit of a burden. So a couple of weeks ago, so I'm filming this on this date, and a couple of weeks ago, it's like a lot of pollen, and it was raining a lot. So the carpet part or the floor of my car were very dirty. And with these trousers, when you sit, there's so much fabric here. Like it's gonna get dirty, but like the thigh area is gonna get dirty when they touch the ground because you have to maneuver. So I was a bit annoyed by that, but it's not because of the pants fault. It's just the weather. It's just my car is a bit dirty. Only the bottom though. I keep my car very clean, but it just you drag all that wetness from the rain, the pollens that are just blowing everywhere. So that was something that I didn't like about driving with these. So like I was doing this a lot, like when I was driving, like I had to pull it up because I don't want to get them dirty. I like them a lot. I don't want them to get dirty. And with my trousers, I typically don't wash them that often or at all, to be honest, because I keep my trousers very clean. Like my trousers anyway, they don't develop any bad odor or bad smell. I take very good care of them. I hate washing trousers because my mom, she puts them in the drying part too long. And if you think it's weird that my mom's still washing my clothes, clearly you're not Asian. If you're Asian, you know what I'm talking about. Our mom just do things without our approval. They just do it because they think we need help. Not just the Asian moms. So maybe, I don't think I'm alone in this. My friend moms does that too, She just gathers up everybody's laundry and do it. Even if you have time, even if you tell her not to, they will still do it because they see it as like their job. Like my mom's generation is very conservative, like they're very traditional. With regard to taking care of things, having expensive trouser is something new to me because most of the time, the most expensive thing on my body is either my jacket or my footwear. And with footwear, I don't really care that much because it's easy to clean. But with my jacket, I know how to take care of it. But with trousers, let's say you're going to a park and you sit on a bench. Sometimes it's wet, sometimes it's dirty, so you have to look at that more. But when you with a jacket, it's very easy. Like my brain is always like, take care of the jacket, take care of the jacket. So having expensive trousers is something new to me, and I'm still learning because I went to the park recently. And I nearly sat on a wet grass. It rained last night, but it didn't look wet. And I was this close to sitting, and then I realized what pants I was wearing. So then I put my hand on the ground, checked to see if it's wet, and it was. And then I just moved someplace else. But yeah, it's something new that I'm trying to get used to. But eventually I'll get. If my closet continue to be very selective, meaning most of the pieces are going to be expensive, I will have to learn how to take care of my trousers. Just it's a learning process. And something I don't like about having expensive items is most of them require dry cleaning. And dude, I used to love having my clothes dry cleaned because it felt special. But now that all of my clothes require dry cleaning, the bills adds up so fast. Like my local dry cleaner, they know me. I go there often, and I don't like doing that. It may cost like $5-10, but for each item, couple months apart, I cut my own hair because I don't want to go to get my hair cut all the time because that's how I save money. So I try my best to take care of my products so I don't go to the dry cleaner as much as I can. I hate going to the dry cleaner. That's my point. And when you're into high fashion, most of your stuff needs to be dry cleaned. Leather goods, even fucking cotton trousers need to be dry cleaned. But yeah, I think what was I talking about? The noise on the fabric, the noise on the trouser. Like you can't tame it. You can't tame it. It's just there's so much fabric. It's like trying to talk to your girlfriend after you compare her to someone else. Like you can't tame that type of anger or pettiness that will come back your way. Just apologize, let it go, learn to live another day. Live to learn another. Live to learn, learn to live to learn another day. However that saying goes. So I found out that these retail for $1,405. So I'm sure it varies from like retailer. Some place will put $1,300, $1,500. Incredibly overpriced, but I do see the point of it, but not really. But I got these. Okay, I'll tell you this time how much I got it for. I don't really do this often, and I won't do it again. I got these for $735, which is a great price for these trousers, but not as great as my friend's. He got his for $400. Dude, if you are selling these trousers for $400, please hit me up. I will buy all of your inventory. I love these trousers, and for $400, so worth it. But I got these for $735, which isn't great, but it's not the worst, it's not the greatest. I wish I got it for around $500, but resell is crazy on these trousers right now. But as far as like ranking these goes with Rick Owens product, I think this is top 10 or top 5. You know, you get the air cut, the Troy cut, the Tyrone cut, the banana cut, the Creech cargo, the cocoon, the Berlin. You know, I think the Pannier cargo pockets are definitely up there. Maybe I'll put the Mastodon in the top 10 too, but yeah, I think this is top 5 for sure. So I do see why they resell, because they're great pairs of trousers. So, and the good thing about is that, you know, like there's a resale value to it, so I can wear it, be careful with it, and then when Rick does release a better product, I will sell these, make a little profit, or get most of my money back or all of my money back, and then I'll get the new item. So my closet will stay as small as possible, and you know, recycling, whatever, all that bullshit that all the greenwashing people do in the fashion world. In an ideal world, like I wish Rick released these for $500 for retail, so then I can get the color I want, I can get the vomit, I can get the black. Like just release these, but retail them for $500. However, you triple or quadruple the quantity, because the reason they don't produce it as much because it's expensive, and you can't. There's a big math thing about predicting how many you got to make. So if you want to make it cheaper but make more, you will get more profit. Think fast fashion, you know. No, okay, McDonald's, you know, they sell their burger for a lot cheaper, but they sell a lot more than, say, a 5-star restaurant burger. The 5-star may sell like 10, 15, let's say 100. The high-end restaurant may sell 100 burgers a day, but Burger King or McDonald's, they will sell 1,000 or 10,000 burgers a day. So that's how they make up their money. The high fashion will price it higher, but the McDonald's, they go for quantity over quality. So, but I do see why it's not, you know, because it's high fashion. Rick Owens got to protect their name. They can't just price some pants for $500 and keep everything else $1,000, $2,000. It would just look out of place. Discounting all of those Grail listings that are selling them for like $5,000, $3,000, or like the really fucked up one for like $400 or $500, or the fake ones. I think the median price or the average price is around like $1,500, $1,600, like for a new condition or close to new condition. Yeah, $1,500. So I am happy that I got these for $735. It's great, but yeah, I would pay $1,000, or I would pay $1,500 for the vomit though. I really like the vomit pair, but I would not pay $1,500 for a black pair. I will continue to search for something closer to $800, $700. I think I can find. I just have to be patient. But now that I got this itch out of the way, you know, everything else, every other Pannier cargo trousers I get, it's just toppings on the cake. I got the cake already. And you know, obviously you can search up cargo trousers and you can find an alternative, but you should probably watch my other video I made about why buying alternative is kind of dumb. But yeah, I'm glad I stuck it out and didn't get something alternative, because I want to scratch that itch. But then again, I am still planning on getting the double cargo trousers, but now that I got what I wanted, that will be a plus thing, not an alternative thing. Don't get alternative, get what you want. You'll be exponentially happier. Watch that other video I made. It's very cool, very nice. I wrote that in like an hour and then I filmed it. But I wrote it Friday, I filmed it Saturday morning, I uploaded Saturday night. It was a very quick video. But yeah, I'm planning on wearing the living shit out of these trousers this summer, because I've been very formal in the past months or year even with like my choice of trouser. I've been really into like my flare trouser, my straight-legged, my slightly wide trouser, but I have gathered enough unorthodox trousers like my cocoon, my Gethbala, my banana, and obviously these Pannier cargo trousers. So we're gonna be a bit unconventional this summer. end this video with my opinion. I don't even know how long this video is right now. It's been an hour something already. So the Pannier pockets, love it, love it. But the Mastodon, so the Pannier cargo and then the Mastodon with the Pannier pockets, this is bad. This is good. This is terrible. So the pocket is just not as pronounced. I love these trousers. I love these pockets. I love how wide they are. Again, you know, without the Pannier pockets, these pants are pretty pedestrian and incredibly wide. I love that. But you know, Rick has a lot of wide trousers. You don't really need these. But without the Pannier, again, without the Pannier pockets, these trousers are pretty pedestrian. And yeah, I was so excited when I got these. Like, I timed it so perfectly. So UPS has this not new feature, but you can see the driver on the map. I timed it so perfectly. I got home from work just to get these trousers. I got there like 10 seconds before my driver, so he handed the package to me because I didn't want to risk them like not ringing my doorbell and taking the package, because waiting a day for your package when you know it's supposed to come today but you have to wait till tomorrow, it's the worst thing in the world. It's such a headache. It's so heartbroken. I get so heartbroken when like, deliver my shit. You said it's gonna come today, deliver it today. Don't deliver it tomorrow, deliver it today. So I made sure to get it from him. I made sure he handed the package to me, and just I was so excited to get these trousers. And I haven't been this excited in a while about any items, because it just, the longer you're into something, the less excited you get. Like my first high price item was in high school. I got the Raftsman and Adidas. Dude, I used to baby the living shit out of those. But now I have like Rick Owens that cost like, not 20 times. I have items that cost like 5 times of that Adidas Stan Smith Raftsman, and I throw it across the room and stuff like that. I wear it to the beach. My kids' boots, I wore it to the beach and it got wet. Like I walk on the sand in the water and everything. But when I was in high school, I saved that Adidas and Raftsman trouser for my shoes for my graduation. So maybe I'll put like a graduation photo of me wearing it. Yeah, you know, there's also, I've been on TikTok a bit more now, just playing around with TikTok, but there's that big discussion about skinny trousers versus wide-legged trousers, and like me and my friends are just kind of like on the outskirts laughing at the stupid argument, because fashion is very cyclical. Like in the 90s, they were wide, and early 2000, Hedi Slimane and Raftsman made skinny silhouette popular, and then in the 2010s or late 2010s, Balenciaga made wide-legged cuts better, and everybody started moving. It's a very cyclical nature. Just wear what you like. Who cares? Don't care about the trend. Just wear what you like. The skinny people like throwing away the wide-legged trouser. The wide-legged trouser wear like throwing away skinny jeans. I know it's for a joke, but I do think like these people take these argument a bit too seriously. Like a lot of people on the internet are mean because, you know, they don't have to say it to your face. Like most of the time, all the negative comment you see on the internet about yourself, like if the mean comment were to be said to you in your face, they would not say it in your face most of the time. It's just, you know, the repercussion is just way too high. Like I will fucking poke your eyes out with this stick if you say, dude, your pants are too wide. I'm a skinny jeans. I'm in the skinny jeans club, you know. I'm like, yeah, shut up, bitch. But yeah, just wear what you like. That's my point. You're gonna get judged. You're gonna get judged by me. I'm gonna get judged by you. Everybody's gonna judge one another. Just human nature. Just do what you like anyway. You can't please everybody, and don't try to please everybody. You're not going to. Finding out that these trousers has a richer history to it than just the sake of being cargo trousers, it's definitely a plus. I love it. Love the trousers. I think I've never been a big fan of cargo trousers, but with these, I like them because of the 3D effect. And I didn't learn about the history of these cargo until I got the trouser, because it's a method that I'll tell you a little bit about my shopping experience. So, you know, every new season I would add things to my wish list, but I don't really look deeply into them because I don't want to get my hopes up. I don't want to raise my expectation, because what if they were to be sold out? What if my size is not available anymore? Then I look into it. I build up all these hopes and dream of what it would look like on me in my closet. So then you get disappointed. So I don't look into the detail of anything I'm buying until I know it's on the way to me. So then I will look deeper. Like, oh, why is it called Pannier? Why is it called the Bodie push card? Why is it called the Bodie quilted dotted daisy, whatever? Why is the Rick Owens the shoulder? You know, I don't look into the detail until I get it. So yeah, but it's nice. It's nice to know that these these trousers are just, there's more history to it than meet the eyes. Yeah, that's the saying. Like, there's more history to it than meets the eyes. It's cool. Yeah, you know, I watch a lot of period drama, and you know, you see these women in like these big puffy dress, so now I know what they are. They're called pannier or bustier. Hopefully, throughout this video, I've shown you clips of it already. But yeah, tell me what you think. Do you like the trousers? Do you want the trousers? If I like you enough, I'll give it to you. Maybe, who knows? Send me a DM if I feel good. Maybe I'll put this in a giveaway. I would like to do a giveaway soon, but my giveaway is not going to be like any other person's giveaway. So, okay, rough draft. My giveaway is, if you win, you have to donate $200 to whatever charity you want or whatever charity I put up. So, like, let's say, for example, I will put these up for charity, right? And let's say you won the charity. You don't just get these right away. I'm going to make you donate $100, $200, $300 to some organization that you like or I like. For example, I like water.org. So you donate it, and then I will ship you these products. You know, it won't be a free giveaway. Hopefully that makes sense. I would like us to do something productive. I would like us to do something good for humanity, because I don't give a shit about climate change, but I do care about homeless people. Homeless people is a now problem. Climate change, not yet. Soon, but not yet. Homeless people, there are homeless people dying. Homeless people living in the street. We can help them. Water. A lot of people lack basic water, lack basic necessity, bathroom, flushing bathroom. Yeah, I'll work on the kinks on those giveaway. Maybe I'll wait till I reach 5,000, because I do want people to donate a lot of money to whatever organization they want. And if they don't know what they want to donate to, I'll give you a list of organizations that I support. But yeah, eventually I'll make that video soon. But my name is Makasy. Thank you for watching this long video. If you make it to the end, you probably didn't. Thank you very much. Have a good day. Bye-bye.